the CRM module on the OyaSync ERP software. So basically our outline is pretty straightforward for today. We'll be looking at the introduction to the CRM module. We'll be looking at lead creation and management, market segmentation, the industry. I'll also be looking at the sales pipeline as regards opportunity, customer, contact, quotation, and sales order. So we'll be going into the ERP, but before I talk extensively on customer relationship management. Customer relationship management is something that we all should be able to relate to. It has to do with how you manage some certain things. So the reason why I say some certain things is because customer relationship can be broad. You're not just managing customers. You are managing potential leads, opportunities, contacts, and the likes. So I'll be going into the ERP now, but I want us to take put it at the back of our minds. What do we mean by leads, opportunity, customers, contacts, quotation, sales order? So this is going to be an interactive session. So I'll be needing everybody's help in order to make today's class a very, very fruitful one. Okay, so if I may ask, what comes to mind when you talk about CRM, customer relationship management? Well, I'll be giving my own layman understanding about what customer relationship management is. Now, there are three terms that we see when it comes to customer relationship management. The first one is we look at the word customer. The second thing we look at is we look at the word relationship. And the last thing we look at is management. So our primary objective is to be able to do what? Identify who a customer is. When we identify who a customer is, we identify what relationship exists. Then the last but not the least is we manage whatever relationship that exists. So customer relationship management on the OyaSync ERP. The main goal of the CRM model on the OyaSync ERP is to enable a business to do what? To manage its both potential clients and its clients and other opportunities around it in a manner that it's able to do what? Generate business. Let me use the word business or sales for the organization. So what the software, what the module entails is identifying leads, identifying opportunities, who is a customer, who is a potential customer, making necessary documentation, making necessary plans, and making follow-ups in a manner that you can easily do what? You can easily secure a sale or secure business for your company. So that's what the CRM model is all about. The CRM model is all about just facilitating your marketing process, facilitating your relationship with customers in a manner that it will do what? It will stimulate sales. It will lead to customer retention. It will lead to customer retention. It will also lead to greater increased customer base. That means your old customers would come and they will do business with you. They will do other similar business with you aside from the one they are doing. And you also do what? You also get new customers. So customer CRM is very important because of big business is repeat business. And what that means is you are able to identify a potential client. You are able to do what? meet the needs of that potential client, identify the needs, meet the needs, document the needs, and you're able to what? Serve that customer. Now, once you're able to serve that customer, because of you have a good process of identifying the needs of a customer and managing the relationship with that customer, you are able to retain that customer. One. Now, when you retain that customer, the second thing is you can do business with that customer over and over again. Now, you can do repeat business with that customer, and you can also do what? New business with that customer. Then the third thing is also is the same way you identify your existing customers. That's the same way you identify new customers, and that what the cycle goes over and over and over and over again. Now, as I said, on the OYA Sync ERP, there are some things that comes to mind that you need to first of all clarify. Leads, opportunity, customer, contact, quotation, and sales order. I know we already did the sales module, and we would have been familiar with the selling part of the ERP. But now we're looking at the part that comes before what? The selling. The part that comes before the selling, the identification of the potential customer and the likes. So we'll be going into the ERP. So the first thing that you need to know is you have your CRM module on your left-hand side of the ERP interface. So if you click on the CRM module, it opens the CRM module. And under the module, you can see a couple of interesting so we can see our leads, we can see our opportunity. Let me refresh this page. My internet. Okay, sorry, my system is a bit slow. So once we open the CRM module, we can see some setting shortcuts. We can see our lead, we can see our opportunity, we can see our customer, we can see our sales analytics. 1 minute. Okay, hold on. Let me open another instance. Apologies. So as I said, we can access our CRM module on our left-hand side of our ERP interface. Now, what I wanted to show you was, aside from the lead, the opportunity, the customer, the sales analytics, you also have your reports and your masters. Under reports and masters, you have sales pipeline, you have reports, you have maintenance. Now, when you look at the sales pipeline, practically everything that we mentioned earlier, you would find everything under there. You can see leads, opportunity, customer, contact, communication, lead source, contact, appointment. But what this says is the fact that the whole essence of CRM management is to do what? Is to boost sales, is to boost sales, is to boost sales, is to make business for the company. So the very first thing that you need to do when you need to use when you come to your CRM module is your what? Your lead. Now, what is a lead? What is a lead? A lead is a potential customer who might be interested in your products or services. Then we can also look at what we call a magnet segmentation. Now, the thing is, all these terminologies, you can always coin it in your own terms. But I'll just give you a very practical definition to some of these terminologies. So market segmentation, this is the process of dividing a broad customer or business market, normally consisting of existing and potential customers, into subgroups and customer base based on shared characteristics. Now, what a market segmentation is, we will look at this in greater depth as we progress into this seminar, but it means basically doing what? Dividing your customer group into broad groups based on what? Some certain characteristics. Then you also have your industry. Now, industry is a group of companies that are related based on their primary business activity. So what this means is that within an industry, you can have different segmentation. So, and within that segmentation, you can have what? Different leads. So it's just I'm just trying to paint a mental picture at the back of our mind, in the sense that you need to look at it that the leads that you identify them from a magnet segment that is inside a particular industry. So whatever way you want to coin it, you can coin it, but it will, if you understand these three concepts very well, it will enable you to do what? To effectively use your CRM module on the ERP, on the OYASync ERP. So the very first thing that you need to use on the CRM module is your lead. So once you open up your lead, so you can open up your lead by either clicking on the shortcuts on the CRM module, or you come here and you just search for lead list and click on it. Now the next thing you do is to add a lead. Now once you click on add a lead, it opens up this form for you to fill up. So on the form, you can see different information. Now, you can take your time depending on the level of information that you have. Now, the thing is, some of these leads, you might have a very comprehensive array of information that you can work with. And in some cases, you might have limited array of information to work with. But the most important things that you need to have at the back of your mind is you need to know the name of the organization you are dealing with and the name of the person that you are dealing with in that organization. Now, if it's not an organization and it's a person, you can use that person's name, or you can just use like an alias for the company just to be able to do what? Know that, oh, this particular person is this particular person. So for name of organization, we would assume that we are pursuing a lead. Let's say we're looking at the fashion industry now, and there's this very small business that is called Top Fashion. Yeah, so that's the name of the company. Now, the person that we have there, the name of the person's name is Tayo. That's his first name. He doesn't have a middle name, but he has a last name, and his last name is Fred. Now, if we have the salutation, probably we know the person is a Mr. You can just change this to Mr. So depending on the level of information you have, you fill it in here. Now, for gender, you can decide to leave it. All these other fields are not important, but if you have those information, is very good if you can do what, provide those information. Now you can always create new gender if you want to, if you don't want to use the typical male and female gender. So, but in this case, just select gender. Designation. Now you can always create more designation. Now here you have accountants. Now depending on the designation you have, you can always come here, click on designation, and you add whatever designation you want to put there. So I can probably, maybe, I'm not sure if it's owner, or let me say CEO. I guess that's already, I'm sure it's already a designation. Yes, so it's already a designation already, but let's just assume that there was nothing like CEO. You can always come here and add CEO, but there's already CEO as a designation. So you can always add whatever designation that you feel is appropriate for your lead. Now you also have contact information. Now you can put information about your lead here. Let's just say, since his name is Tayo, you can just say Tayo Fashion at gmail.com. Now this is a fictitious email. We can put the phone number and put it as +234. Sorry, we can put it as +234 809. So let's just assume this is the phone number of the person. You can put mobile number if you want to. You can put WhatsApp if you want to. And we move on to additional information. Additional information, if you have information on the number of employees, you can put it there. Website, you can put it there. Lead type also, you can put it there. Now, based on the ERP, you have 3 major lead types. You have client, channel partner, and consultant. So client is as a client. Channel partner is more of like someone that you are into, like you have a like an agency arrangement with the person. So the person helps you in bringing clients, and you have your consultant. You can also do what, to make things very nice for yourself. You can have different industries that you already have in mind that you want to segment. So as I said, you have your industry, you have your market segment, and inside that market segment, you have your lead. So let's just assume, depending on the industry. So let's see if there's no fashion. So you can create fashion. And the market segments, now you have low, middle, and upper income. Now you can decide to either use, so market segmentation does not necessarily have to be along this the lines of income. It can also be along the size of size and so many other options. So based on how well you understand how you want to segment your market, you can always create new markets. So for example, I can create a segment and call it bulk wares. I save this. So I have my industry as fashion. I have my market segment as bulk wares. Now all these things are not compulsory. If you have the website, you add it there, but it just makes things a little bit tidy. Now the essence is, especially if you are working in an organization, if you are handing over to somebody, you don't need to now start looking for one spreadsheet or looking for where different places where you scribble things down. The person comes on the system and extracts all the information that you already inputted on about that lead and follows up from there. Now, one of the very most important aspects of the CRM module is the follow-up. Now on the follow-up, it tells you, okay, who is the person prospecting this particular lead? Now you can see the owner of the lead here, which is myself. You can also assign that, oh, okay, fine, I was the one that prospected this lead, but I want somebody else to follow up. I can select the next person I want to follow up on this particular lead. I can put the next contact period that, okay, this person should be contacted next when on this particular date. Usually it will pull out 1 day period for you to be able to do what, complete whatever contact that you need to follow up with the lead. If you scroll down the lead source, you find the name of the company that is on the ERP. All these ones are not necessary, but the most important aspect is where you have your notes. So your note is where you jot all important documentation about what your clients. Now, depending on how you or what you discuss with your client, all that information is going to be what contained in your notes. Now, everybody, we all have the way we write our notes. Some people have different patterns the way they write their notes. Okay, under the notes, some people first of all want to do what have different categories, sections, and the likes. But basically, whatever information that you discuss with your lead is what will be contained in your notes. Now, I don't have to now start teaching us how to write notes. It's something that is you based on how you prospect your lead, whatever information you need to put, whatever relevant information you need to put in your notes. But your notes is basically what tells you what you've done with. So the appointment you had with your client, everything will be contained in your notes, and you basically just type everything under your notes. So once you're okay with all the necessary information that you have entered about your lead, you do what? You save it. Now, once you save it, you can see now that you have a lead created on the system. You have a lead created on the system. Now, if we go back to the CRM module, after a lead, the next most likely thing is to have an opportunity. Now, what a lead actually means is just identifying potentials in a particular industry, in a particular market segment. Now, once you've identified all this potential, now, for example, if you want to carry out or you want to do your marketing, now you want to sell a software. The first thing is, okay, you say, okay, this software is what is ideal for this particular industry. Now, in this particular industry, I'm going to take my time to do what? To strategically segment the market. Okay, it is most beneficial to this group of people, followed by this group of people, then followed by this group of people. Then, based on the segments that you've identified, you now carry out your information gathering and you gather as many leads as possible. You can gather your lead by either surfing the web, discussing with so many people. You gather information through business partners and everything. So you gather all those your lead. Now, when you gather your lead, the next thing is you reach out to your lead. Now, at the point of reaching out to your lead, that is when you will be able to do what? Identify an opportunity. So not all leads would turn to opportunities, but it is best practice to try as much as possible to convert as many leads as possible to opportunities. So you can have an array of leads, and a lead can have more than one opportunity. So once you've identified an opportunity from a lead, the next thing you do is to create an opportunity. Now, when you're creating an opportunity, to ask you, okay, where are you creating this opportunity from? Since you already have your leads, you select your leads, and it asks you what is the name of your lead, and we can see our top fashion, or you can just type it. So once you select it, it brings out the customer and it brings out the lead name. Now, there are so many other informations here, as I said. it will ask you who converted this particular lead to an opportunity. So depending on who was able to convert that lead to an opportunity. Remember, the lead was meant to be contacted by this particular person. So we are selecting this person based on the assumption that this person is the one that converted that lead to opportunity. Now, you can put the expected closing date for when you want to close this opportunity. Also, whatever information that you need to discuss as regards the opportunity, you have box here to capture that particular information. Then the next thing is for you to put the next contact date. You add the next contact date when you add the next contact date when you want to follow up with this lead. Then you can always add probability that you would convert this particular customer. You put the probability. Now, contact information based on what you've entered in your lead. Most of everything will be most of those information will be would already be showing in your contact information. And once you are okay with your opportunity, you do what? You save. You save that opportunity. Now, after saving an opportunity, the next thing is we go back to the broad part of the opportunity is you convert that opportunity to a customer. It means that, oh, this person, you've reached out to the person and you've convinced that person, and after convincing that person, you are able to do what? Send like a form of quotation to that customer. So for example, now this opportunity, I can close the opportunity. Now, when you mean close the opportunity, means that that opportunity is basically not open again. So what this actually means is the fact that, how I put it, is almost like no more follow-ups is going to be done on this particular opportunity. The opportunity has been closed, it has been sealed, and it has been done. If it is still open, you can still always come back and add whatever follow-up you need to add. You can always discuss whatever. So this information you keep on building on the opportunity that you have, or you just leave it open for somebody else probably in the future to just come and look at the list of opportunities you have on the system and reach out to that particular potential lead and seal the business. So once you close the opportunity, you can now create a customer. Now, if you click on create customer, normally it's meant to enable you to create the customer, but I don't know what's wrong with this instance, but you can always create a quotation directly and send to your customer. Now, I'm very sure that they must have taught us that, or in other classes, I showed us how to create customers. I showed us how to create suppliers in the previous classes. So we can always create our customer and create our suppliers. Now, once you've converted an opportunity, the next thing you need to do is to do what? To send a quotation. Now, what is a quotation? We all know what a quotation is. A quotation is giving a potential lead a rough idea or estimation of what you are going to do and the cost implications of that. So once you click on your quotation, it opens up the quotation form on the ERP for you. Now, under the quotation form on the ERP, if you look at address, you can add some other relevant information like shipping address already to show you the name of the contact person, to show you the phone number and the likes. Whatever other information you want to add to it, you can add to it. I'm sure in our selling and inventory, they would have taught us about price list and the likes. So I'll just go straight down to how we build our quotation. Now, our quotation, since we are selling an ERP, we can just come here and just put it as ERP license. Or whatever name of what we want to appear on the quotation, will come here and we'll just create the item. So depending on the size of the business, you can decide to sell more than one license. And you can decide to add your training and subscription to it. You can always add description. So you can add whatever information you need to add on your quotation. Pulling down under your quotation, you can add taxes, as we said. And now we've already added VAT. VAT is already showing here. You can scroll down. You can add discounts. You want to add a discount, 20,000. Sorry, that's where you have the percentage. If you want to put the discount amount, you come here. You add 20,000. Whatever you want to appear on the quotation, add it here. Now, almost every information on the quotation is self-explanatory, and you can save your quotation and submit it. Now that you've saved and submitted your quotation, you can always do what? You can always email your quotation with the use of the ERP. Come here, click on email. The person's email is already there. You add the body of your email. So you type in the body of your email, you scroll down, send me a copy, you can add a copy, you can add receipt steps, you can select the type of invoice you want and you send this. So the email will not actually deliver because it's a fictitious email, but that's one way of sending your quotation. Or you can always do what? Download the copy, or you can actually download you can actually download your quotation. The PDF is and you download. Now that's one way. Then once you download it, you send the information that you need to send to that customer. So from your quotation, once you are done with your quotation, the next thing you can do is from your quotation, you can create a sales order. You come here and create your sales order. Now you can decide to create a sales order, or you can create a sales invoice straight. But once you create your sales order, you just put the date that you will be delivering this service. You scroll down, all the necessary information would have already been fetched out from your quotation. You save this document. Now the difference between your quotation and your sales order is when you send the quotation, the customer can decide to say, okay, please remove this, add this, and the likes. Now, in the process of creating your sales order, you would have effected those changes and create the sales order. Now, once you created your sales order, what it means is that the customer has made commitments to do what? To using your service, and you yourself as a business, they've either made payments or something based some form of commitment for the sales order, and we all know what the sales order is. So once you've created your sales order, you need to fulfill that sales, and when you're fulfilling that sale, that is when you now come and you create your sales invoice, which I think would have been taught in previous would have been taught in other classes. So with that, we've completed our full cycle of customer relationship management. Now you also have a lot of tools, so you can always come to your lead. You can see what leads are open. You can check and see all your leads. If you have multiple leads, you can open your opportunity. You can also check for quotations and the likes. But looking at your reports, you have lead. Basically, these are all the reports you have. You have lead details, sales funnel, prospective. So let's open each report and let's see.
Instead of it to add to the to do, to now output everything yourself. Like, okay, to now update it. It's from your code now. It's the code, the road is not Firebase.
It's close equal to.
Eh?
It's not close equal to this.
Okay. So does anybody have?
Where is the plus equals to here?
Hello?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's your code. It's not any plus.
Does anybody have any information for us? So with the sales pipeline,
I'm tired of this.
Opportunity, we've looked at customer, we've looked at contacts, we've looked at quotation, we've looked at the sales order.
Which class is fat trash? Which class is fat trash?
Fat trash.
Yes.
Is this consultant?
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Eric. You're not on mute though. Hello. Okay. So looking at the general overview of our sales and pipeline, we've looked at what an opportunity is, we looked at the customer, looked at contact, quotation, and sales order. Now, the contact was what we imputed into the system when we so a contact is someone that is representing someone, so it can be representing most likely a company, so that's your contact person, and then we have our quotation and have our sales order. So basically having covered all these areas, that summarizes all the necessary things that we need to know about our customer relationship model on the ERP. So with that, we'll be bringing today's class to a close on the customer relationship management. So I'll be taking questions if you have any questions. Hello, any questions?
Okay. In terms of the customer, yeah, is it, when do you start like adding a customer to the system? Is it like on the first day that the person comes, or because while the rotational sales, the sales module, she told us that for a new customer, we can use guests as the name of the customer. Maybe after a while, the customer will notice that customer is now a recent customer. That's when we can now maybe add him to the system. I don't know. Is it
okay?
The
I
first
get what you're saying. So I think I explained the difference between a lead and a customer. So if you listen to what she said, a customer is someone that you're already rendering service to. You are rendering service to the person. You are selling a good, or you are rendering a service to the person. Whereas a lead is someone that you are identifying that you want the person to be a customer. So if somebody, you are already rendering service to that person, you can outrightly just go and create that person as a customer because of what you are rendering service to the person. You understand? But if it is somebody that you are still prospecting, you don't know if the person is going to be a customer or not yet, you create the person as a lead. And from a lead, you can now convert that person to an opportunity, then a customer. You can now create the person as a customer when you are certain that, oh, this person, you are going to do business with this person, then you can send your quotation and your sales order. I don't know if I answered the question.
Yeah.
So do you have any other question?
No, let me think, Sha.
Okay, but are you sure I answered your question satisfactorily enough?
No, you saying that no, the difference between leads and this thing.
Yes.
So that one actually it answers it
Okay.
in a way, because for a new person you can just, they can be maybe lead, then maybe later on you can now, after you are like after the business has started, then you can now add them to your customer later on. So I understand that part.
Okay. Thank you very much. So does any other person have any question? Okay, so if nobody has any question, I'll be stepping down and I'll be handing over back to Mr. Shegun to continue.